All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to another episode of the GOW, the Generational Wrestling Podcast, Sunday Night Black Party, baby. As always,
Yeah.
your franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. With me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes King, too cold. Bro, what's good?
Man, what's good, man? It's a Sunday night, man. We here on a Sunday night on a fresh week of some wrestling shenanigans. As we have got some not major news, but it's news. We gonna talk about it, and we gonna do what we do, man. Bang bang. We coming out the door. Other than that, man, what's good with you?
Oh man, nothing much, nothing much. We took a couple days off, as we do, man. Friday night that wasn't gonna happen anyway. As right now, as long as SmackDown is 3 hours, we will at least be coming on there Saturdays, or sometimes today, Sunday. But we do got a few things to talk about. But man, hey, let's get right into it, man. Let's jump into the elephant in the room. That is, of course, man, Ron Cena, aka man R Truth, who put out a statement earlier today on their social media platforms. I am sorry to inform you all. I just got released from WWE. I want to thank WWE for the ride, but mostly I want to thank each and every one of you who's also along for the ride. Thank you for all the love, support, appreciation you have given me over the years. Thank you. And then, of course, man, we get that boy Brian G. James, aka Road Dog. He says, I am heartbroken. It's the nature of the beast, the part of the business that no one likes, but the bean counters. I love Ron the Truth Killings, and I don't care who knows it. What a run, bro. Hey, our boy R Truth. You know what I'm saying? AKA Ron Cena. As you see here, man, who just had a match against the 17 time, the greatest of all time, the Babe Ruth for WWE. Bro, when I hit you earlier and I shot you that text and I told you, hey man, our Truth was released, you kind of had the same kind of reaction that I had. He's like, what? Like, huh? And everybody online, it wasn't even just the fans. It's people that's worked with Cena in the past and current big names on the roster now. Showing their love and just respect and the dedication. And what a long career he's had. The guy's 50 plus years old, still out here looking like he in his mid 30s, man, still out here busting a move or two or three. Bro, R Truth, aka K Quick, Ron the Truth, Killings, Ron Cena. What are your thoughts?
First and foremost, man, shout out to the people, man. Big boy, what it do? Penelope says, I guess DEI is over now. Big boy, big boy says that Roman beat in my head had my earbuds shaking. That
Yes,
shit
sir.
was rattling his brain cells. Man, but glad you enjoyed it though. But what's good with y'all, man? How we all having a great weekend, great Sunday. Our truth. Let's keep it truth, man. Let's get to the truth of it. Um, the OG, and he is an OG, got a hell of a run. Regardless to how some people might have felt he has been portrayed at times, he has been one of the most entertaining wrestlers because the man can wrestle. When they actually let him do his thing, he actually can work. He's a good worker. I call him a good worker, but he's a wrestler. He's been around for a long time. I do. You got to give him his respect. It does come as a shock because we just seen this, so we thought something more would come from it, but I guess they're ready to push forward with the Cody and tag team match and all that, whatever. I, you know, our truth, man. Hey, dude, to have stayed relevant for this long, got you can't do nothing but respect it and tip your hat off to him. What's going on, Daniel? Um, hey man, the dude had a hell of a run, man. He's won championships everywhere he's gone. And to be a guy that's recognized and be known across the world for years. I mean, dude, once you came out as K Quick with Road Dog, it took off. Even when you was in TNA and you was winning the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, like the dude has legit championships under his belt. Like so,
Yeah.
hey. Respect to the OG. It is what it is. Like I say, even at times when like I said, man, it's like, man, they couldn't do something better with my boy. But we know why we feel that. But at the same time,
Yeah.
there were times where it's like, damn, nobody else could do that but him. Nobody else can make that. That why are we so interested in this dude running around with this damn hardcore championship, 24/7 championship, 7-Eleven 365 championship
Yeah,
that he's
yeah.
running around with? Why are we talking shit about the title, but why are we enjoying the shenanigans that's going
Yeah.
along with him? Because he was just that good and making you just follow along in the craziness that he was doing, or what they wanted him to do and him execute. Because I'm sure if Ron
Uh,
wanted to do something different, he probably would have. But he's been so loyal that, like I say, his loyalty, he's been so good because they've been good to him. I can't I can't say they ain't let my man take care of his family. My man been taking care of his family for a long time, and he gonna be able to still do it. Like, he's so recognizable now that he shows up anywhere. You
yeah.
best believe, man. He gonna get that love. He gonna get that love.
And it's funny you say that, and it's funny that Jay. What's up, Jay? First of all, shout out to you. Thank you for joining.
What's good, Jay? What's up, Jay?
It's funny that y'all both said how loyal Truth has been to the company because he has been, right? He had a little stint in TNA and NWA at the time, but we pretty much know him for his time in WWE. And Truth, we talked about this when we got on the air, but now that I think about it, he's always joked for the last I don't know how many years. John Cena is his childhood hero, and of course the inside joke is, "Bro, you older than Cena. How is that even possible?" But we take it at face value,
Right.
right? And you know what? Seeing the news of his release or his upcoming release, they won't be renewing his contract, so he's still technically on the roster until his contract runs out. Dude, he got to face John Cena, and at the time we didn't understand it. It's like, oh damn, man, like bro, that's it. Like we thought maybe Truth would get a little more offense. We didn't really know where it was going because the week before Cena kind of teased like maybe he was kind of showing regret for his actions, and maybe R-Truth would have been the guy that kind of turned the switch back for Cena. But you know what? Now that I look back on it, what if that match was WWE's way saying, "Hey, you know what? We in the middle of this thing with John. You've already shown your admiration for John. You got the John Cena inspired shirt. You come out with the theme Saturday Night's Main Event, one of our classic, shows, whatever like that. Even though it's not viewed like that anymore. Uh, hey, do you think that Truth
You could
already
have
knew
gave
this?
him another year or two.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think Truth knew that this was coming and this was kind of like that way, like, hey man,
Yeah,
hey, thank you.
yeah, yeah. Sure, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Okay.
And, it's just, respecting the time, man. Man, what's going on, Robert? Appreciate you, man. Hey, man, we try to pop on when the people are most out about looking around.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He said
Yeah.
Lafayette, Indiana in the building. Oh,
Um,
we got you and Earl in the building from Indiana. Oh, damn. We got some Pacers
man,
fans.
another one from Indiana. We got another one from Indiana. Oh man, they about to really be in here talking their shit. As you can see, we from Cleveland, so as you can see, as I rep, it is what it is. We ain't gonna go there. It is what it is.
Yes,
Good
sir.
luck to y'all, but I think OKC might do some things to y'all. Hey, good luck to y'all. But back to this though.
Yeah.
Truth. Hey, I wanted a little bit. I mean, they could have done so much more out of it. I mean, dude. I mean, they were slow building it, but they could have did so much more with it. You could have gave Truth. I'm gonna be honest. If you were gonna send Truth out, you could have gave him a title. I mean, if he was gonna lose, what was the harm of putting the championship on the line?
Right.
What was the harm
Exactly.
if he was gonna lose? He could have had a great. He could have had a good little 10, 15 little match with John Cena. John Cena had to come back and do nothing too crazy. So it's not like you I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. But it is what it is, man.
I guess if you put it
Hey,
that way, yeah. Like if he was gonna leave, yeah, why not, man? Go ahead and put the title up.
like
I mean,
right, like, and I
yeah.
feel like he knew. I feel like y'all told him that. I feel like he knew. Like, yo, we might not be. We're not gonna re-sign you. So therefore, but we want to work something with you. We want to do something. And then, when we get to this time, then you can say something and do what you need to do. And it's all good. So it's like, all right, bet. But Hey, we go. You bet, man. You could have got one. You could have got one last title shot before you walked out. I mean, it was like I said. If you knew John was gonna win, you could have got that. Y'all could have got that. But it's all good.
Hey man, look, hey,
Yes,
hey.
sir. Yes, we
He
do,
said, "Do we
Robert. Yes, we
review
do. On
AEW? Come
Wednesday.
on, man. Come on, WWE,
On Wednesday.
AEW. Hey, sometimes depending on how good NXT is, maybe NXT. Oh, bro, trust me. Oh, we got a lot of wrestling to catch up on this summer. Oh, best believe you make sure you click that notification.
I
All right,
got
man.
Slim here, but also. Okay. All right, man. Well, hey, man. Look here, man. We appreciate y'all for finding us and hanging out with us, man. But hang
Yeah.
out with us, man. We gonna talk. We gonna
Hey,
talk the good talk for a minute, and we gonna do what we do.
hold on, real quick, Robert. Jay says, "No, sir, St. Louis born, but he currently in Tennessee. Man, that's your neck of the woods, boy."
What's up? What shout out, man? Shout out to the fellow Tennessean. What's happening, Panther? What's
Yes,
happening?
sir. Yes,
Hell
sir.
yeah.
All right, bro. Hey, but Jay said he gonna pull up here. Hey, come on, man. Come holler at
Hey
us.
man,
Hey,
look
look.
here, man. YouTube. Hey, we on Facebook. We on the gram. We on everything, man. Look us up, man. We on everything, man. Hit the notifications all around. We always trying to hop on and just talk to the people, man. You know.
All right. Well, speaking
What's
of,
going
hey,
on?
look, y'all keep joining us. We about to move on to the next topic, which is something else. I know you gonna like this because we had this conversation. Actually, we texted a couple days ago, and I told you I had no answers. And that's of course, Ricky Saints is expected to get called up to the WWE main roster imminently. And don't you worry, because we got a little all ego to talk about too. But bro, with that being said, man, dude, the question that you had for me was okay. If they don't call up Ricky Saints, why are they gonna call it Ricky Saints over Ethan Page? Considering Ethan Page already been there longer, he's already established himself in NXT. And I told you, I
They just
had
took the because they just took the title off of Saints. That's why
yeah,
they just put it on Ethan Page. So Ethan Page might have to. He might lose it next this week. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry because it's Sunday.
yeah.
This Saturday because we got Worlds Collide and we got Money in the Bank this Saturday, which we got. That means we got a busy week. And we got Grand Slam on Sunday. I believe it's Sunday. It's
Jesus
Sunday.
Christ.
I think it's
I
Sunday.
think so. And then we got
I
the
think that's
4 hour
Sunday. I
dynamite
gotta look that up.
Wednesday.
Yeah, they got it right. Oh my god. Right. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Right. So
yeah.
yeah,
Fighter Fest.
okay. We'll talk that. We'll get to there. But as far as Saints, they just took the title off. Ethan Page just beat him for it. So obviously, right now you're about to transition to a new thing. At least not so much as a draft, but a little add a few new people. You're gonna because honestly, it's really making me wonder which direction they're going with a lot of people. Because I keep asking the same question, like, who are you keeping? Who are you letting go? Because there's no
Right.
way you gonna have enough. Appreciate it, Jay. There's no way you're going to have enough time, even with you having a 3 hour, and roughly 2 3 hour shows. I mean, Raw is 2.5 hours, but we don't want to jinx it back to 3 hours. Keep it at 2.5. But you got
Right, right.
SmackDown at 3 hours, NXT is at 2 hours. So it's like, what man, mostly hip hop and most, I mean, you know, but you got enough time, but you don't have enough time for everybody. You don't have enough, not for storylines to jail, not for everybody to keep their interest. I mean, you may have a lot of more interesting matchups. You may have a more competitive edge, but who's I don't know. I guess you know what. In a way, we can think of it as it's whoever's going to have that neck, whoever's going to have that whoever's going to want to go that extra mile, whoever's going to
Yeah.
want to show that extra thing. We can say that, but is it going to be the person that WWE believes in? Now that's the thing that I question. Do the company believe in the person that we think is doing the best, but they don't see it, or they want to see somebody else? Because again, I want to know what you're going to do with Austin Theory. I think you're going to do
Yeah.
something good with him. So I'm hoping he doesn't get lost in the shuffle. I've been asking you lately, hey, where's Andrade? I'm gonna step back on that. Carmelo Hayes, they got him with the Miz. So yeah, him and the Miz is that's doing what it do. All right,
Yeah.
it's keeping them relevant, it's keeping them on, even though I think he just lost Friday. I didn't watch all of it. So I think he lost Friday. But with the women, the men, just everybody you bringing up, it's going to be real interesting how they balance that all out. I want to see them balance it all out because they got a lot of people I want to see get a true opportunity to be what I think they can be. At least, you know, for I don't know, not I don't know. I just I don't want to get my hopes up too high. That's what it is.
Yeah. Hey, first of all, Robert said, so you know how I joke about the Triple H? He always say, I don't see color. And then Robert says Triple H's new name is I See Color.
I see you stupid. See, man, y'all fitting in right on in, man. Y'all fitting right on in,
Hey,
man.
Robert, real quick. The reason that's so funny to me, Robert, is because when Triple H had a post conference, I think it was like right after the Royal Rumble, and ever since he said this, he's like, man, you know, I don't see color, we just see talent. We've been on Triple H's ass about that. So the fact you randomly just hopped on and said that shit is hilarious. And yes, we did hear about
man. People are questioning it. People are questioning it. They are questioning it, man. But no, kind of music we like, man. You know, we you know, man, hip hop a little, you know, man, you know, R&B, you know, man, a little bit of everything.
Hey, man, look, I like, hey,
That's
speak for yourself, brother. I like Negro spirituals. A little wading in the water.
Negro spirituals, you like?
Hey, I like a little wading in the water in my rotation. A little swing low cherry, you feel me?
Oh, I can't stand you, man. I can't stand you, man. Yes, sir. I am a big anime fan. Please don't ask me to name all my animes. We'll be here too long. But I am an anime fan.
My new favorite anime is Big Booties in Tokyo.
You
BBIT.
As y'all will see from time to time. Hey, you know what? We just here for a good time, man. It's the block party. We're not here to really, you know, talk your ear off. We want to talk to y'all. We want to, you know, talk about the things y'all want to talk about. And best believe we will get off topic. So and these type of conversations will definitely keep us off topic, man. And that's why we appreciate y'all for finding us, man. Man, I think Saints, come on up because he about to come up and help Cody. So you know he's about to move ahead. We'll see how far it goes for him, what he can do with it. Let's go from there, man. Because hey, like Offspring say, man, right now is their opportunity.
Hey, man, Chad going crazy right now.
Yeah, I'm in that same boat about how certain are. You say what?
I said
the chat going crazy.
Chad going crazy right now.
Oh man.
All right, man.
Hell yeah, man, because they're tripping on you, big booties in Tokyo. You too. That's why I can't stand your ass.
Oh man,
I knew your ass was gonna say something.
Hey, I couldn't help it, man. I couldn't help it.
But nah, man. All right, man. But seriously, we're gonna get back on topic.
Yeah.
Man. But yeah, I obviously, man, Saints gonna come up. Probably go to SmackDown. Now, if he goes to Raw, that'd be something different.
Yeah. All right, man.
I'd be surprised by that.
Next.
Most definitely, sir. Yes, I do like to.
For life. Next topic, man. That boy, man, the new TNA Trippy and Trick Williams. Hey, bro. Hey, Trick Williams. Hey, Trick Willie got the internet community, man. Hey. You got half the people that's rocking with it. You got a lot of TNA loyalists who are absolutely pissed. Now, it's kind of funny because you and I, what have we been saying? We've been saying the talent swap between WWE or TNA and NXT and TNA, it hasn't been even. It always feel like TNA sent their best hitters, right? And WWE kind of just seeing like, all right, well, this person ain't really doing much. We'll throw you over there. With the exception of like the Metaphors, that was pretty cool to see them over there. And you had a few people, but mostly it's been like, you know,
but did they win the TNA like Knockout Tag Team Championship?
No. But here go the thing. See, we can't complain about NXT not sending over legit people, and then hey, we gonna send somebody over for you, my boy, but he gonna take your title. he gonna take your title. He gonna take your title. Hey, it's Hollywood Trick.
Oh man. For sure, man. Yeah, man. You can promote it, man. Hey, no doubt about
Do
it,
that.
man.
Do
All
that.
peace, love, and respect, man. Yeah. Tricking the NA. Tricking A. Tricking A. I like it. I like it, Jay. Tricking A.
Can't wait.
Hey, look, I get both sides. Like
Yeah.
I totally get both sides. I totally get the WWE side of it. Like, that makes Trick look good for them, and they like
Right.
it because they look at it from a looking down perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, look at this. He didn't beat your best person. And look how he's bringing the prestige to your championship. So I
Yeah.
get that. But I get the TNA side of it because they looking at how all this has been going down. And they're like, nah, man. Not only should he have lost, I mean, he could have lost, but he didn't have to lose to an NXT guy. It should have
Yeah.
been a TNA guy. It should have been somebody from TNA. Like, but you've totally and this is why a lot of people are like, man, they about to genocide these boys. They about for real, man. They about to.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's kind of wild to say. That's kind of wild to say, but you got to look at how this is going, and we all been seeing it. We all been seeing it. Like, yeah, it was nice that they invite people, but man, you again, Jordan Gray should not have lost to Roxanne Perez. At least not the way she
Yeah.
did. I felt if she was, there could have been a better way she could have lost, but she should have beaten her. And then to not even get to face her back, on your own pay-per-view, like I feel
Yeah.
like the exchange was not the same. You can't tell me, man, well, they sent their A1 hitters. Nah, they didn't send the A1 hitters. They didn't send no, they didn't send the A1s. They sent the C1s and the C2s and the D3s and a couple of E4s. That's what they sent over there. And then, they asked for all the ones that they want to look at to sign.
Mm.
That's what they
Mm.
got. And
Yeah.
they got everybody that showed up is somebody they're looking to sign.
Nah, hey, bro, you ain't told no lies. Big Boy says sounds like a setup towards an NXT/TNA Civil War, which I wouldn't be mad to have like an invasion type angle going on. But see,
And
the
they'll
thing is,
lose.
we've done
They'll
that so
lose.
much.
They'll lose. They'll lose. They'll lose.
You said TNA ain't got a chance in
They'll
hell?
lose. Man, they'll lose. Man,
Oh,
they gonna lose. Oh yeah, they gonna lose. Oh yeah, they gonna lose.
all right. We're going
Missed
from one
opportunity for the big
TNA.
boy.
We're going from one TNA
I think
world
we on.
champion
Wait,
to a.
we in a delay.
We might be. Hold on one second. Let me refresh on my end.
Right. Hold on, folks. Hold on, folks. As we get ready to try to fix our audio here, man, because we were hearing each other good, and then all of a sudden we just stopped hearing each other on time.
All right, there we go. How we sound now? How we sound now?
You hear me good?
I hear you good. Can you hear me
All
good?
right, bet. Okay, bet. Well, now we right. All right. Um, again, look, we all see the writing on the wall. We all see what this is gonna be. It's only a matter of time, man. It's a matter of time. Hey, TNA ain't gonna be around too much longer. They about to be bought up, but I mean, it will be around. It will be around. It'll be WWE and A. I don't know.
Hey, look, they already teased it. NXT and A. There you go. There you go.
NXT
NXT and A.
NXT.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Well, there you go.
And
So
then, but look, with AAA, it'll be NXT and AEW.
NXT AEW. No, I don't
Bro, hey,
think you
bro,
can't
bro.
let that. You can't go let that one go, man. I think people would truly go after TK if he
Oh yeah.
sold the company up.
Oh, you think people
I
gonna?
really think people would really. I think it would be detrimental, not only to them, but to the Jacksonville Jaguars, to whatever other teams, and like it's going to be detrimental from the wrestling fan standpoint, man, because there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna be mad. you just sell it over, because you know they just go. It's
You
just
said
gonna
they gonna
end
try
up
to
back.
whoop
It's just gonna
your
end
ass?
up back to where it was once WWE was like. Once it was like official,
Yeah.
like once they bought out WCW, because TNA, by the time TNA became some, WWE was already in their bag for about 4 or 5 years, at least 5 or 6 years. They were
Yeah.
already in their bag of what they were doing. You already had the best of the best at that time. So I it, I don't want it to go back to that. So I need some competition. So if we're wrong about WWE getting TNA, then I'm okay with being wrong. I'm okay with being wrong if TNA stays their own way after a while. Like this partnership just kind of ends after a while. Because eventually I think they're gonna look at it and be like, if this does not get them a network television, they
Yeah.
don't get on something soon. If you don't hear about somebody doing something with TNA, bruh, I mean, how beneficiary is it?
Nah.
Like how beneficiary is it if you're not bringing eyes to their product by
Yeah.
doing what you're doing?
No, no, I agree. I agree. And speaking of eyes, man, look, we got the man with the tightest tits in the game. So he says, we got that boy all ego Ethan Page now. We talked about Ricky Starks being called up, or at least it's been rumored he's going to get called up. But let's talk about all ego, man, because you got all ego on
He going up
SmackDown. I'm
soon.
not
He
going.
going up soon.
I was about to say, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I can see. I know you said, maybe you think Ricky might go to SmackDown, but seeing actually in the flesh with that championship around his waist on SmackDown, all ego, bro. Do you think he could be a major player on the main roster? He got the look. He seemed like he fits from an aesthetic standpoint. Do you see all ego, man, being a top guy the company can get behind, or is he gonna be somebody that's on the upper mid card?
Um, he's he could be the new Miz.
Well. That's not a terrible take.
And I say that, as in thinking of his character, thinking of how he acts, thinking of when he gets into it with Ava and how he reacts to when he says certain things. Think of that
Yeah,
character. Think of those the antics and the things that he does, and then think of the Miz. Now, will he be as annoyingly loud like the Miz? No,
right.
but I think it'll be a Miz like situation. Like he'll replace what the Miz was when the Miz is taken seriously.
Yeah,
I'll say it like that. And we know what the Miz looks like when he's taken seriously. We know they laughing at. They know they like we know, but we know when the Miz is like it's like all right, they doing actually something serious with the Miz. You know, this is what we want to see. Ethan Page will get more of that, but he still fits that mold to be able to do some jokey shit from time to time. And it's WWE. So to think that he won't do some of that from time to time is like, so I'm not saying he's going to be the Miz, but I think he'll be a nice fit of that kind of character, that asshole, but just a little, he's going to be a little bit more serious about his stuff, but not to say he won't have some of the silly shit that the Miz has gotten himself into. Not the too crazy, but the stuff that we're okay with because it's a part of the match kind of stuff, not the stuff that ain't, is random and it ain't got nothing to do with nothing, and
yeah.
it's just something you're doing to kill time. I'm not talking about that stuff. So he'll be Ethan Page though. He'll be what we seen. He'll be the guy we see him to be. But I can see him being that type of guy because he has that as a character. Like he can be that kind of villain that gets dumbfounded and looks silly, and it's like, yeah, you laugh at it and you want to see it, but he's not he's a little bit more serious.
Okay, okay. Well, bro, we talked a lot about WWE. We talked a lot about AEW, even threw a little shine at TN. Oh, excuse me, NXT threw a little shine at TNA. Let's talk a little bit of AEW because they about to be a pain in our ass the next few
Oh,
weeks, man. We got the 4-hour Fighter Fest coming up. We got a summer blockbuster coming up. We got a Grand Slam Mexico coming up. And then, of course, we got the 300th episode of Dynamite, the 100th episode of Collision. They doing a bang bang choo choo train. Let me see you do that thing, bro. It's a whole lot going on, and this is all on the road to All In where Texas, dude. We got a lot of wrestling to talk about, man. Which one of these shows are you looking forward to the least? Okay,
okay. So I see the Grand Slam is not Sunday, so it's Wednesday. Okay. All of them.
it's about to be a lot of long ass
All of
shows.
them, man. Them 4-hour shows. Look, we haven't even really finished talking about how we're even going to do
Yeah.
this show. Like what time, what like we haven't even gotten to that. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to either of these 4-hour shows. Now, for me, the thing that sucks the most is the fact that these are on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Like, damn, dude, that's that kind of stuff. But middle of summer, yeah. Well, it's not the middle of summer. It's about the beginning of the summer. School is pretty much out. You know, it's about to. Everybody's about to just kind of be whatever Ah,
Yeah.
maybe I don't know, man. I honestly, the 300 episode, that's probably the one I want to see the most. You know, that'll be 300 episodes. So I definitely want to see who will return, who you know what I'm saying, who may debut. Um, but the least, what's this summer blockbuster? Wednesday, June 11th. How? God damn,
So
TK. Which
so
one is
that
the 4-hour? What's all the 4 hour? I know the Fighter Fest. That's I know this
so
Wednesday
So
4 hours. What's
Fighter
all
Fest is 4 hours. I think Grand Slam Mexico is gonna probably be about 4 hours. And then depending on how he does the Dynamite and Collision, because if he has those two air same night back to back, you know that's 4 hours. So I don't know how he's planning that one. Now the summer blockbuster, I doubt that'll be 4 hours. But then again, with him, you never fucking know. But the summer blockbuster, I mean, you would think it'd be longer than 2 hours because it sounds like it's a big fucking deal. I don't know.
Big boy, it was okay. It could have been better. It could have been a lot better. I'm sorry, not Big Boy. Robert. What you think of the Tiffany and Charlotte feud? It could have been better. Tiffany got cooked. She only cooked Charlotte maybe one good time, but Charlotte, she did what she did.
Man, Charlotte served that ass up on the platter, but you know what it was? It was the John Cena Roman Reigns treatment from back when Roman was the big
Yeah,
dog, and John Cena had to school his ass in live time on the mic. Hey, it's called a
exactly.
promo. It's called a
Ready,
promo, young man. You know,
ready.
and the reason I'm still here is because you can't do your job, young man.
Yeah,
So,
young lady. Now you just
yeah,
change that man to young lady because now that's
yeah,
all that was. That's exactly what that was. But the right person won.
yeah,
So
for sure.
that was good for Tiffany. But I think her time is up now. But that's a different conversation for a different day. Free pay-per-views, free live events. Yeah, big boy, that's what TK do, man. He gonna give you wrestling. He just gonna give you some wrestling, man. That's what people want to watch. My thing is the timing of it. But again, you don't really have much to compete with other than baseball and WNBA and maybe some NASCAR or horse, a little shit like that.
Hmm.
You ain't got football or basketball to compete with unless it's the finals. Unless one of those Wednesdays is the finals, and then yeah, you got that to compete with.
You know the only thing that can compete with that. I mean, it can't compete with big booties in Tokyo, but it might compete with little booties in China. I don't know.
Well,
That has yet to be determined. But my boy,
you just
look,
did the
man,
China people so wrong. So wrong.
but we love them. We love them. We love all people here at the GOW. We love you all.
We do. Hey, man.
You know, but
How
bro, we
equal
we we
booty call.
we covered a lot of topics, man. But I want to ask you: is there anything on your mind that you want to talk about? Anything that you've seen out there in the wrestling ether that you want to bring to anybody's attention?
Right now, no, other than that 4-hour bullshit. But
Which, by the way, we
Honestly,
got 2 days to try to figure out how we gonna finesse this.
dude, I'm not even. I stop. I don't even want to think that hard yet.
Bro,
Dude, honestly,
why you sound like you about to
honestly,
cry? You
for
sound
for
like
me,
you sound like
honestly,
you about to cry.
I just really want to really more understand the gauge of wrestling fans as far as really what do you really want from your wrestling production. Now, yeah, I understand, you know, what WWE is. They can almost never do no wrong, but yet when they do wrong, it's never that bad. It's never that big of a deal until someone else does wrong.
Yeah,
You're not, you're not this, you're not that. I understand the tribalism of that. I'm not complaining of that. I get that, but what else do you really want? What else can people really do? I mean, if WWE don't have faith in some people, and they're really good, but they just don't have the faith in them, and they're not gonna get the opportunity, so they got to leave and go somewhere else to be something. How
yeah.
is that really bad? I mean, how is that bad? I never understood that, but
You know
you
what?
know,
I want to chime in because you actually make a good point. Because this is what I don't understand. Put it this way: if you're working at a job, hypothetically, if you're working at a job and you feel unappreciated, and you say, you know what? I feel like my talent, my ability, my services here, I feel like they're not being appreciated by the company. Therefore, you know what? Hey, either I'm gonna stick here and be miserable, or I'm going to go apply elsewhere. Right? Nobody's obligated to hire you. Nobody's obligated to keep you. No, you're not obligated to stay. So if a wrestler or a talent feel like they're not being properly utilized, and they get called, a catering muncher, they get called a jobber, they get called a bum, and then they say, you know what? Shit. If this is a public perception, I mean, I know I'm better than what people think I am, but you are only as what you're being shown to be because it's sports entertainment. There's only a certain amount of TV time, there's only a certain amount of spots. Like you say, the company already has in their mind who they want and who they don't want to push. We've seen people so many times get pushed, man and woman. They suck ass in the ring. They suck ass on the mic, but they have a look. They got a gimmick that's over. And there's been people that can wrestle their ass off. They can stretch you from Sunday to Monday. They don't get the time of day. What do we say? Chad Gable. Chad Gable, charismatic as hell. He can wrestle his ass off. He's built this shit. But what's the one thing kind of holding him back? His size. But what's one of the matches you remember the most? Him and fucking Gunther. And the thing is, as fans, we believe in Chad Gable as a world champion. WWE, they got a certain image they want to put out
or
there.
a better intercontinental champion, like a shot at the inter. At least get that was the thing when he had that match with Gunther. Gunther was the
Yeah,
intercontinental champion, so it was like,
yeah.
bro, at least put that on him, man. He's gonna make that a workhorse title.
Oh, absolutely.
Let him go do what he do with it. Like that's gonna be on a Kurt Angle level just because
Yeah.
of who he was and the mindset and everything. So it's like, bruh, just coming out, giving me a thank you with that title on his belt. Man, come on, man. It didn't have to be long, but it could have been good and it would have been something and people would have liked it and you would
Yeah.
have got really good matches out of it. But they went in the direction they needed to go in
Cause you
for
can't
someone else.
because you can't tell me if you put a Chad Gable in a TNA or AEW right now, that dude wouldn't hold at least one world championship. There is no way you telling me
Oh, I man, if he go to TNA, if he went down to TNA. Now, if Chad, now I ain't gonna lie,
that. Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
hate to say this, and I hate to say this because of the optic of it, okay? The optic, and you'll understand once I say what I say. I'm almost a little bit more okay if Chad Gable had beaten Joe Hendry for that.
For sure. For
I
sure.
think I would have actually been more okay if it was him. And it is just and not to say that Trick or I don't want to see Trick do it. I didn't think he would. I didn't think they would allow
Hmm.
for him to beat Joe Hendry. That's why I'm so like, damn, I didn't think TNA would say, okay, let's do it. I didn't expect that. They said, yeah, and we now got Trick holding the championship. But Chad Gable, no, I think that could have been a spot for him because that could have maybe did something for him on the return because he's already on the main roster. He's
And then
already somebody we want to see moved up to the next
And
level.
then Chad Gable, hey, my boy coming in there pulling the 2006 Kurt Angle run of a
Hey,
lifetime.
for real, man. For real. I think for real, man. I really, really think
Yeah,
they could have did something with that. But that's me thinking outside the box. But again, did not expect that TNA would be okay with letting Joe Hendry lose the championship, regardless of who it was. Uh, that right there is the biggest thing for me.
bro, we've gotten asked this question before, but never about Robert, man. So we're gonna
What's up?
answer this for him. He says he wants to know, you and I, who was our favorite wrestlers growing up. I'll let you go first.
Uh, Hulk Hogan got me stuck to the industry. Not gonna lie, Hulk Hogan got me stuck to the industry. But if I had a favorite, my one of my favorites growing up were Macho Man, Sting, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold. Like those were the standouts, for me. Undertaker, Mr. Perfect, Ravishing Rick Rude, Macho Man. Like I can name the whole list, but yeah, yeah, that's where I'll go
And
from
then,
there.
and then, and then, and then it's funny because mine's on the tail end of his, but then like you got the Steve Austins, you got the Michaels, you got the Harts, right? I ain't gonna lie, man. I was fucking with Hulk for a little bit, but Hulk was kind of like really winding down towards my
Which is
fan.
fair. Which is
And then of course, uh, rest. I know it's controversial. Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero. To me,
it. Yes, I am still a Chris Benoit fan. Yes, I do understand what he did, and I understand how wrong he was of it. But the wrestler, the
yeah,
person who I don't know that guy, but the
yeah.
guy that showed up with the mute when the mute and then get to walking down with that walk ready to whoop. That guy, I was a fan of that guy.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna add Eddie, Cena, Ray, but somebody who really isn't in a lot of conversation. I feel like he's really overlooked. I'm not talking about his time in Evolution. I'm not even thinking about his time on Raw. Bro, when Batista was the world heavyweight champion, he had them that solid 2-3 year run on SmackDown, bro, where he really was like really helping carry that brand along with Eddie and Taker and Ray. Outside of the SmackDown 6, that was like probably my favorite time in SmackDown, bro. Batista was like really establishing himself as that dude on the blue brand. I know you see the meme with Batista coming out with a white turtleneck, you know what I'm saying? Get
Yeah.
jiggy with it.
Uh. So hold on. I gotta get to Big Boy. Big Boy says, yeah, they should have went with Chad against Gunther WrestleMania 40, but I get it. The money was in Sammy facing Gunther. And you know
Yeah,
what the sad part is? I don't think the money was in Gunther facing. I think the money could have been in Chad versus Sammy. You could have made a bigger star out of Chad Gable because if he would have won, that just would have propelled him crazy. And I think it would have did better for him considering Sammy already had his moment. You were just giving Sammy another moment that he already had. He won last year.
yeah.
He beat the bloodline for the time and Kevin Owens. Like you beat the longest reigning tag team champions. So you didn't really need it. And I think you could have gave that to Chad Gable, considering the match he had, the ramification. You could have used the daughter aspect because the daughter cried and Gunther talked shit about it and Chad Gable got upset about it. You could have used the family. You could have used so many of those elements that you had that when it was that thing, it was like, oh man, they gotta do something with this. There's no way you don't do something with this. But then they didn't do nothing with it. And I feel like it could have been a bigger thing with Chad Gable. Yeah, Sammy was there, but the way Sammy won, it left a bad taste in my mouth. But for being him being who he is, for Gunther, I think that just would have been the better match. We already saw what those two did on Raw. We watched that match. We watched Chad versus Gunther. We watched that match. We all said, "Yo, that was a great match." I would love to see that on a bigger stage. What bigger stage than WrestleMania? So it wasn't like it wasn't a match that did not get the approval of you, the people. It's not like y'all didn't say, hey, let's do it. So it was a missed opportunity, and I think it would have been bigger if it was Chad, because Chad might have his level would have definitely skyrocketed past where Sammy was.
Big facts, my boy.
Ah man, but other than that though, man, yeah, man, I ain't really got too much other than that, man. I just be I just be wondering, man. Just be wondering where the people be thinking, man. But then again, I like the shit. I like seeing the shit talk. I like seeing it because I haven't seen it since the WCW WWE days. Like that's when it was at its finest. It was just like, you know what, I like it, but there was a difference in the appreciation of who left what company and went to another.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was the thing, because when you saw Chris Jericho, who was Chris Jericho at the time, was not the biggest name, but him showing up to WWE was like, oh shit, because they had that impact of you knowing him being on this other show,
Right,
and
right.
then he shows up and he's on this other show the same way it was for Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. But it was just like, oh shit, when you saw him, it's like, oh shit, yo, oh shit, they was just, yo, so it was a different appreciation than it is today, where it's like, man, you see people show up now, how big or what they do, yeah, what that wasn't really a bigger thing until WCW started messing things up. And then it was just like, all right, then it's obvious it's WWE. But when it was happening, and when it was like, it was impactful. It was like you saw that, okay, let me see what this person do. We watched Jericho come in. He did some silly shit, but he did his Jericho shit, and we saw where that led him. When you Who else came over like that? When you think of Booker T, when you think of who else from WCW? I'm missing a name. I know. Oh, Benoit Guerrero. Guys that came in and found their way to make it through, the Vince approval to be something big later on. So it's not like, again, and I think that's the thing for me. It's that unappreciation of seeing somebody else, regardless of where they were. I mean, yeah, we all know everybody ain't gonna come in and instantly be the damn champion, but it's like, damn, I think we shit on people way too much when we know people are good, because we were cheering them, we were liking them. We just didn't like what they were doing, or we lost faith because we knew the company wasn't pushing them the way
Yeah.
we know they should have been pushed, which I think is a disservice to Ricochet, because we were all for Prince Puma. We were all for Ricochet at NXT. We were all for him when he got called up, but Vince wasn't pushing him like that, and he
Yeah.
fell to the wayside, and people gave up on it because we knew Vince would never push him more than just being the dude that did the spots,
I
and
mean,
that was a disservice to him.
and you got to understand too, like Vince went through a period for a while where he would like somebody and then push them, and they would get these crazy pushes, and out the blue, stop the push. Like if you remember, bro, like when he first came on the scene as the richest rookie in WWE history, he came out with the pyro and everything, bro. MVP for about 2 years, bro. Came out, felt like this real big deal, balling, and then real quick he
They put
started.
his ass on a losing streak, boy.
Bro, not
Woo,
only
they
did he
put
get
his
not,
ass
not
on
only did he get put on the losing streak, but the first thing you noticed, they took his tunnel away. Bro, when they took his tunnel away, it killed the aura of his whole interest. Cause like, damn, that was one thing. And he started losing. And then he started to eventually become a winning again, as a face a year later, but it was like, bro, Vince, if he liked you, you was up here. But how many times have we seen people, bro, where they're like, hey, match changed right before, the damn show started. Nah, they rewrote the whole card. And you could tell those episodes are Raw and SmackDown, bro, when Vince rewrote the shit at the last minute, because you was like, bro, none of this shit makes sense. Like the match orders feel out of whack. You got 20 goddamn segments. You could tell like nobody know what the hell going on. So no, absolutely. Like you say, man, hey,
on.
it's all about who books the shows. And by the way, Jay and Robert, Y'all asked me, how did I get my name Franchise? No, it wasn't from Shane Douglas. No, it wasn't from the Franchise Boys. I seen that comment too. Y'all silly as hell. I actually got it from Steve Francis, who was one of my favorite basketball players of all time in the franchise. So, when I used to rap, I did that. I did that. So there you go.
We were just playing around with names, and
you know.
just came up.
Hey, I was Lil Zeppy back in the day, man. The little pizza spot,
That's
Lil
all.
Zeppy.
Yeah, you stupid.
Because I had,
There was nothing special about me, man. We were just messing around, and I just took the King too cold.
Yeah. But bro,
it was too cold, but then I'm like, nah, let's make it.
yeah. Well, the king part got bestowed upon you, thanks to that boy, man, the Pope.
Hey man, oh hey man, shout out
Pope. Hey, shout out to the Pope.
to the Pope, man. Shout out to the Pope. So we just go with the King.
Oh, by the way, for everybody that's on here right now, because I see we got a lot of people on here today. I want to catch y'all while I can. If you haven't already, man, go to our YouTube channel. If you're already on there, that's fine too. Make sure you subscribe, but also check our playlist and watch our interviews, man. Because speaking of the Pope, we got an interview with Pope Elijah Burke, Godfather, DDP, Chris Van Vliet, Mickey James, Gail Kim, Jordan Grace, so many more. So please, whenever you guys get the time, it ain't got to be today, but just throwing it out there, bro.
Something you want to watch something. That's all, man. Just see what your boys have been doing.
Yes,
I'm not even gonna get on Shelton Benjamin. I don't. That Shelton Benjamin is a sore conversation. Quite frankly, my boy got played, but it is what it is. Yeah. I was thinking too cold Scorpio at the first. It was part of it. It was part of it. That's why I said me and another partner of ours, man. We were playing around with some names, and that's what that's what came out of it. Oh man, we made an achievement, man.
You said we made an achievement. Oh, did we?
It's you see the last chat that came up that says our stream IO. Oh, it must not come up on yours like it does. All right, man. I'll take a picture of it so you see. But seriously though, man. Other than that though, we appreciate y'all, man. We really do, man. We really do appreciate y'all, man, for rocking. We're not for the new folks, man, that's been on here, man. Look, we're not experts. We're not trying to be experts. We are wrestling fans, period. We are simply wrestling fans. I want to say my exact age, but I'm up there. But but I've been watching it. I kind of dated myself already, but still, man, we're wrestling fans, man, and we just love to talk wrestling. We take it seriously. We don't have one set company over another. If we gonna talk shit about AEW, we gonna praise AEW. We gonna talk shit about WWE, and we gonna praise WWE. You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing bad. You're doing bad. Hey, it is what it is. There's no. We don't kiss your ass here. So we just gonna have fun. It's a block party every show we do. We're not a review. We're not reviewing all like that. We're not doing a talk to talk. It's a block party. We're here for you to have a good time. Invite yourself. We're a wrestling community. Come one, come all. Respect each other. I wish there were some other folks on. Our boy, Big Boy, he's been on for a while. He can definitely tell you. But I wish there were some other folks on. Penelope, she's one of our loyals. You just got to show up, man. Later this week. This is probably the perfect week for y'all. This is probably the perfect week, man, because we got shows to do. We got prediction shows to do. We gotta show up for Raw. We gotta show up for Dynamite, and we got a lot. We got a lot to do this week. So with that being said, man, just tune in, man, and just come in and follow the flow. That's it, and you'll fit in. You'll fit in where you get in.
Yes,
Bro.
Sir. Yo.
Any parting words as Robert giving us some kind words. I wish I was 25, but I ain't. I ain't that old yet. But I appreciate you.
Hey man, no, as always, man. Hey, like my man said, hey, shout out to everybody that joined us today. You know, we hopped on, man, random Sunday. We was gonna do it yesterday, but actually I'm glad we did do it today because man, y'all been active from start to
Yeah,
finish. So again,
yeah,
much love,
yeah.
much love, much love. Tomorrow, man, we got the Monday night block party. So you know, we're
Good,
gonna come on, man, you
good.
know, during the last little portion of Monday Night Raw. We once we figure out AEW, we'll let y'all know that sometime during the week before AEW comes to pass. But with that being said, man, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the franchise. He's the king with a GOW. And until tomorrow, man, we'll see y'all when we see y'all. Peace.